Okay guys, welcome to Module 5. So in Module 5 we're covering off everything baseball related. So we're going to go through what each class is going to look like, the differences between them from Baseball 1, Baseball 2, 3, and 4, the different age groups that you're going to find, and Coach Olivia is going to take you guys through what a field setup looks like, the different types of equipment, and then we're going to cover off the steps of hitting, fielding, and throwing.
Okay guys, so for baseball, we are doing Baseball 1, which is 2 years old. That's full parent involvement. Parents are on the field the whole time with their kids. We have Baseball 2, which the parents are going to come on just at the end for helping them with their hitting. And then we have Baseball 3 and 4, which is fully just the kids on the field, parents off the field. So to go over the equipment and field setup, which is a little bit different than our soccer obviously. Instead of a circle, we are going to have a dugout, which is, you can see here in front of me against the line. They're going to have their dugout with their color coordinated spots. They each get their own color. And then we are going to coordinate that. They're going to have their same color bat, obviously, and then they can have their same color ball for the whole time. It makes it a lot easier for the kids to be engaged and follow along with their own equipment. And then we, of course, have our bases out on the field. So from the littlest class, we usually start about 6 steps away for each of the bases, and then you can move that up as the age goes up. And of course we have our tees. And you might also have a net on the field, depending for possibly for aiming and target practice. Okay, we are going to go over the steps for hitting. So at the end of each baseball class, we are going to practice our hitting with our parents for the younger ones. We are going to keep our coordinated equipment, obviously, to make it easy for them. So we're going to have our orange bat, our orange spot, and our orange ball. If you need some help to figure out which way your kid swings, a helpful tip is to just hand them the bat, see which hand they take the bat with. That'll usually be the way that they swing. Okay, so again, for setup, to make sure that it's the right length apart from where they're standing to their tee. When they're standing, when they put their bat straight out, the sticker right here on our bat should be in about the middle of the tee. So that's the perfect distance to make sure that they have the best chance possible to hit that ball. Okay, and then so our first step for hitting that we're going to make sure that we are going through every class. We are doing our train track feet, which means our feet are shoulder width apart, facing our tee, and they're never touching, facing the same way. So train track feet, just like that. And then we are going to do our tap, tap, nice and loud. Make sure we tap the bat to the ground. Then we're going to do bat to the sky, and then eye on the ball, which is very important. 2 hands, we're gonna swing and hit our ball. Then very, very, very important, we have to drop our bat, and we have to wait because we're all batting together. We have more than one kid in the class. We have to make sure that they're not just running after the ball or that bats are flying anywhere. So we're dropping our bat, we're waiting until coach says we can go get our ball, and then we're all going to go get our ball together. So it's the most safe way possible that we're practicing our hitting. Okay, we are now going to go over our steps for fielding. So again, we're going to try and keep it consistent through all our classes. There is a little bit of difference between the youngest and the oldest, of course, so we'll go over that. So for fielding, we are always using our baseball ready position. So that means that we are a slight bend at the knee. We're going to refer to it as the baseball ready position. Again, for as they get older, we want to refer to it as that. And for the younger ones, you can say it's like sitting in a chair. Okay, and then we are always making sure, emphasizing that we are always using 2 hands when we are picking up the ball. So for the littlest classes, we want to say that we're using our alligator hands, and we're going to make it really nice and fun, and making sure that we're doing chomp chomp when we're picking up the ball. So we're bending at the waist, we are going chomp chomp and picking up our ball, nice and fun, and making sure we're always using 2 hands. Make sure we are correcting that as we go, just getting them used to doing that. And as they get a little bit older, 3s, 4s class, you're going to make sure that they are starting to use their more dominant hand, or the hand that they throw with, on top. So then the bottom would be their glove hand. So just getting them ready for possibly using a glove. Sometimes they'll start coming with a glove, and then you can get them in the habit of glove hand down first, and then we're going like that, dominant hand on top to pick up our ball, just to get them ready for using a glove in the future. And again, baseball ready position, just again in case for when they get a little bit older, they might have to do some drills where they're shuffling and moving quick on their feet, so they have to get ready for that as well. Okay, now we are going to go over our steps of throwing. Again, keeping it always consistent, correcting kids when you see it needs to be corrected, and so on. So we are going to go over the steps right now, and then we'll break it down a little bit. Our steps for throwing. We're always teaching that we are pointing, stepping, and throwing. Okay, so some tips, again, if you're unsure about their dominant hand, sometimes just hand them a ball. Sometimes you have to just see how they throw the ball, and then you can correct it, get them to feel it out, get them to throw with both hands, and you as the coach can make a judgment call of which one looks more natural. For the youngest ones, the biggest difference for the youngest ones, we're basically focusing on making sure that they're trying their best to do an overhand throw. So they may start out with the youngest ones in like this baseball 1. They might have a ball like this, our foam ball, and they might do a 2-hand overhead throw just to get that motion of overhand, because a lot of them will do underhand. So we just want to make sure that they're going overhand. And then as they get a bit older, we are making sure in all the other classes that they're doing all the steps. So they are pointing and stepping with the same foot, and then they're throwing with their dominant hand. So you'll see a lot of kids, they're going to point, and then they're going to step with their opposite foot, and then they're just going to throw like that. So we want to make sure we're watching, we want to make sure that we're correcting, we're seeing if there's an issue, if they're confused with which hand to use. So you as the coach can step in, make sure that they're using their dominant hand, and then say, okay, we're going to take the same hand, the same foot to step, and then we're throwing with our other hand. So we're focusing on where we're throwing, moving our weight forward, and then we're carrying it forward to get them ready in future classes for a real throw.
Okay guys, so that is the end of training. We've covered off everything that you guys are going to need to know to be successful coaches on the field. As we go through, we might have some more things that we'll cover off with you guys. We'll do some more mid-season stuff to keep you guys really prepared as we go. There might be some other issues that come up that will be more behavioral based, especially right now. With new kids coming into the program, we're always available to help you guys. Your biggest assets are going to be your training notes and continuing to watch through the training videos. You will have access to that throughout the whole summer. At any point, you can talk to any of your field supervisors and also make use of some of the senior coaches on the field. They're definitely available to help you guys as well, okay? So we're ready to get started. Hope you guys are excited for the summer, and we'll see you on the field soon.